Cup of 2021. Green light, heat number 4. Favourite box 3, green light, ready to go. Away and racing, and We the People squeezed out to last early. Jumping well, Ticky Nibbles with Star Blazer. Star Blazer goes through to lead, settling down over Kenny the Brute to third, Ticky Nibbles. And then railing up, So Predictable. And now We the People starting to truck up. And with a lap to go, has found herself fourth and probably only 5 lengths off the lead. Back to the tail, Desert Flame, and here's Tears. So Kenny the Brute led. A length, Star Blazer, and then So Predictable, and now We the People's about to let go from the back, and they're clear to Here's Tears up to the home corner. Kenny the Brute still defies them. Now We the People starting to close, and then Star Blazer, still Kenny the Brute. He's whacking away in the lead, and Kenny the Brute's going to make all here. Kenny the Brute won it by 2 1/4. I think We the People's second might qualify just a nose ahead of Here's Tears, and then Star Blazer, Desert Flame, So Predictable, Ticky Nibbles at the tail of the field. Great staying run there for Kenny the Brute, 41.76.
Well, if you're going to make your staying debut in impressive fashion, that is the way to do it from Kenny. He led from go to worry, he showed that speed, and as we heard from Jackie in the lead-up, they've had enough of him racing over 600 metres on those bend starts. He just continues to find a bit of bother, but now has stepped up to the 700 metres in preparation for this RSN Sandown Cup, and he's prepared for it in no better fashion, leading all the way. His time 41.76 is certainly in the ballpark of what we've seen tonight, and We the People narrowly finishes ahead of Here's Tears in the finish to also make her way through to next week's World's Premier Distance race being the Sandown Cup. So Kenny the Brute, We the People will see line up in next week's final, the last two to advance to the big one as we walk around the track, the connections. And for We the People, as we mentioned in the lead up, the ownership group, very passionate. They'll be up and about tonight to, one, see her go around in such a prestigious event, but two, make her way into the final. So just like Stanley Road in the early part of the night, it's not going to matter with her as to where they're going to draw, because she gets back in the field no matter what. She'll hook wide and storm home. And look, mid-race, you probably thought that she was going to be the likely winner, but she just hasn't been able to really loosen the shackles and go on and win, purely because Kenny the Brute's been so good. 41.76 again was his time, and really pleasing as well to see him race in that manner after falling in his last start at Sandown, which you never sort of know what impact that's going to have on their confidence, but clearly been prepared very well, and he's shown no lack of that tonight. Jackie Greeno, your team won the Sandown Cup 11 years ago with Bobby Boucher. Could history repeat itself with young Kenny?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that was his first 700 he's ever had. I mean, he's had a good grounding over the 600s, but until they actually step up and do it, you don't know what they're going to do.
That's the thing, and a lot of people discuss second up over 700. You know him much better than we do. How do you think he'll back up next week?
Well, he looks pretty puffed, but I think he'll be okay. He'll be fine. Calvin knows how to look after him.
Well, his Hawks aren't going so well, so luckily he's got a finalist in a Group 1. Well done.
Gives him something to be happy about.
That it does. There's Jackie Greeno handling Kenny the Brute tonight. We'll quickly zoom up. We'll wait for Jamie Ennis to get his photos here. And of course, it will be a nice buzz for Brooke and Jamie Ennis as well. Of course, the sad passing of their superstar of years gone by, and certainly a much beloved pet at home in Marlborough Fabio. So for them to be able to get a bit of a buzz out of tonight's race will certainly help lift spirits at home for them. And looks like he's got a sore back there, Jamie. You can't get down that low with We the People, but certainly with a smile on his face, and so he should. Just getting one more photo before we have a chat to him. And it's probably a bit of redemption on the line here for Jamie, because we look back not too long ago with Ella Enchanted, who was absolutely enormous in the Sandown Cup that she competed in. But Jamie, that was probably everything we expected. It's just Kenny the Brute was a bit too good.
Yeah, she took the wrong option up the back. She went to go around Star Blazer instead of underneath him, and he went right up the track. It's probably hard to see, from the side on, but if you had a head-on view, she sort of, I reckon it took her right up to nearly up the boxes. So she probably lost a couple lengths there, but in saying that, the winner was just too good. It went better than us. It was a good win.
We spoke to Paul Bartolo earlier about Stanley Road, and he said that it doesn't matter where he draws. Similar racing pattern with We the People. Would you agree with that same statement for her?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. She's a back marker. She's probably an opportunist where she's relying on some of them speed dogs to tangle each other up, and hopefully she can be one of them running on late. Obviously it's a very even race. They've all ran similar times, all these heats, so there's not much between them. You'd hate to see a market. It'll be pretty open.
We've all been saddened by the news during the week of the passing of Marlboro Fabio. For yourself and Brooke, is it a lift in spirits getting one through to a big race tonight after such a tough week?
Oh, look, it takes it pretty hard, especially Brooke. She really doted on him, especially in the last few months of his life. He's really struggled probably the last 3 months, and we've kept him going as long as we can. But yeah, it was a tough week, and no, it's good. It's good to make these big races, and it's good for the owners in Perth. But yeah, we're definitely still getting over the last week anyway.
Thoughts with yourself and Brooke, but a nice lift in spirits tonight with We the People. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jace.
Jamie Ennis there, the caretaker trainer, I should say, now you get that right, of We the People. And Mark, as Jamie touched on, a really tough week. I mean, look, we haven't heard of Marlboro Fabio from a racing point of view for